Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bakertron, and I'm sure you've all heard the news. It's been posted all over the internet. Homeworld fans of the world, rejoice, unite, whatever. Homeworld Remastered is coming out on the 25th of February, 1 month's time, which means I will need to book some holiday off from work, just so I can, take the time to appreciate it. And in celebration, I've returned with another game. I haven't done anything for the past few months because I've been trying to put in a lot of overtime at work, because the contract's going to end in 2 months and I'd like to actually have some money in the bank when it does. But, well, I'm back, and hopefully I will continue to be able to put out a recording once every few days from now until the release, and then with a bit of luck...
Drive research. Light Corvette available for construction.
Thanks for telling us that. With a bit of luck, my computer will be able to run the Homeworld multiplayer beta. I really should turn the voices down for the next time. Anyway, my computer will be able to run the Homeworld multiplayer beta, and I'll be able to record it in high quality, as I'm doing right now. This is, I believe, HD. I think it might be the lowest level of HD, but I believe it's technically HD, and it should be 60 frames per second as someone requested. So yes, this is just going to be a short game to get me back into the swing of things. So yes, I better introduce the players. Over in this corner as this sort of greyish, I want to say Higaran, but it's not Higaran at this point. Or is it Higaran? They change between 1 and 2. Oh, I'm so out of practice. It's close enough to the Higarans. It's who is it? It's someone called
Fighter Drive research complete.
Old Skooler with a K, and over here is a player which we have seen before, the eagleONeagle, or V. It's a weird V sign. eagleONeagle. That's clearly on. eagleONeagle. This is well, it's not the worst cast I've ever done.
Capital Ship Drive research complete.
I really do need to turn the voices down.
Available for construction. Resource controller available for construction.
So yes. Old Skooler here. He's started off with a standard scout. I think he started off with that light corvette. He's built 1 extra research ship. We have 3 resource collectors, and I believe that's about it for him. Whereas his opponent, lots of scouts, but also 4 additional light corvettes.
Unidentified probe detected.
I believe those just normal scouts? Yes, because they wouldn't be in that position if they were interceptors. And only 1 harvester, second harvester, actually there. And eagleONeagle has also built a second research ship. So both players sort of quite even at the moment. The big difference, I think, is that Old Skooler...
Heavy fighter chassis research complete. Interceptor available for construction.
I really hope the sound quality is good enough and you can hear me. Anyway, I think the biggest difference is Old Skooler has the 3rd resource collector.
All ships auto-launching.
And he's apparently auto-launching all his ships, including some repair corvettes. And they can be a bit hit and miss because they kind of have difficulty repairing scouts. But to be honest, most players usually just kamikaze the scouts anyway. So if they can, I suppose if they can keep up with these light corvettes, they'll be pretty useful. Meanwhile, over here, again pretty standard.
Support command acknowledged.
I believe, yes, we have interceptors out, but as always, it's going to be that second harvester, well, sorry, the 3rd harvester, that's going to very quickly sort of leave eagleONeagle behind in the money. Both sides are coming in with 6 light corvettes, 23 scouts, unfortunately, and I hope this is a different in the remastered versions. I can't select the opponent's units. The remastered versions, which is absolutely insane, you can do Homeworld 2 units versus Homeworld 1 units. I have no idea how that's going to work, which I'll talk about later. But there we go, lots of scouts exploding, light corvettes already going down, repair corvettes coming in, and they're getting their job done. So actually I've got a feeling that these repair corvettes here are going to be incredibly useful. Only 2 light corvettes have gone down for old Skooler, and reinforcements coming in on both sides. These are the interceptors going in, and a straggle of light corvettes. I just made up a word, didn't I? There's no such thing as a straggle. And Norton is telling me that my Homeworld is using up all my CPU, which is quite impressive considering there's 8 CPUs. But yes, so at the moment it's quite difficult to tell who's winning, but even if the losses are equal on both sides, then old Skooler is going to come out ahead. And we can see more light corvettes coming in. Both sides actually have quite a nice set of reinforcements available to them. But again, especially now that these resource the motherships are getting further and further away from those resource packets, and this resource controller is really going to help old Skooler. It's definitely replace his losses, and actually looking at it now, it does look like he's going to come out ahead. I hope that's not too loud. I'm going to have to review this video once it's done. I don't have pilot view turned on, which I'll need to do as well, assuming the audio's okay, but I'm going to zoom out because that way everything's a lot quieter. And yes, old Skooler is clearly cleaning up here, and well, yeah, eagleONeagle isn't out of the fight yet. He's got a slight tech advantage in the interceptors, but yeah, it's going to be difficult to pull off a victory here. I'm not saying it's not impossible, but he's doing... See, I don't think he's got the firepower to actually do damage here on these collectors, and he's just opened himself up to being sort of flanked and surrounded by these bunch of scouts. And really, he's got his units all scattered. There's some coming down here and there's some here, and well, scattered like that he can't defeat either this group or this group before they link up. So I don't think he's going to win this one.
Hyperspace signature detected.
Oh, something's hyperspacing. Something, I believe that's a... oh, he hyperspaced the collector out. That was loud even for me. Hopefully it's not loud for you. I'm just going to turn my headphones down a bit, because I can do that now. Previously I had to put my headphones next to the microphone to record the sound, but now with this fancy new Windows that does it all for me. So yes, I think this is pretty much over now.
Corvette upgrade research complete.
So the Homeworld Remastered multiplayer beta, you get into it if you buy the Homeworld Remastered edition. Yes, I'm not quite sure how they're going to do it, because Homeworld 2 has fighter squadrons, and as you can clearly see, Homeworld 1 has individual fighters, so it's going to be a bit strange. But from what we can tell, the single player games aren't going to be changed at all. They're not going to add squadrons from 2 into a single player game of 1 or anything. And even if they do, they're releasing the originals as well. So yes, multiplayer is going to definitely be different than it is at the moment. I mean, this game is 8 years old. This multiplayer game, it has the date written in the thing, and it was played in 2006. So things are going to change. It's going to be interesting to see how they balance it. Defense field frigates, I'm sure they're better in Homeworld 1 than they were in 2. Were they even in 2? Actually, I can't remember. It's been so long. I don't think or there was something like them. Or am I getting confused with the command ship from the Vega command frigate? It's been such a long time. I think we can safely say that old Skooler has won. So congratulations to old Skooler, and commiserations to eagleONeagle, or eagleONeagle.
Requesting fuel, we're drying out.
And thank you all for watching. Hopefully we'll get some more news on Homeworld, but on the Homeworld Remastered, but I'm very happy. Fingers crossed my collector's edition version should be arriving soon as well. And I'm going to go and find some more games, hopefully some longer games with, you know, that
We're running out of juice here.
actually allows people to get up to capital ships, and we can see some nice iron cannon frigates blowing each other up and whatnot, and
Support command received.
all get excited about,
Low on fuel.
well, all get excited for the 25th of February. So I'm fairly sure this is about to suicide, and when it does, I'll end the recording. But thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, etc. Hopefully the sound's okay. Hopefully this is recording in 60 frames per second.
Thank you.
And yes, and I hope you all enjoyed it. In fact, I'm going to end it right now. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.